She was asleep when a bullet came through the wall and shot her in the head. Her 17-year-old son found her just a few hours later.
Hi, I'm Kalitha Foley, and I will be reading for the part of Letitia. Here goes.
Folks, a mom and aspiring actress is dead tonight after police say her neighbor shot through a wall while handling a gun, killing her. Her family is now trying to raise money to bring her body back home. They spoke with Paula Soro tonight, and she joins us live from Gwinnett County. Horrible situation, Paula.
Truly a sad story, Ron. You know, Kalitha Foley's cousin tells me she was asleep when a bullet came through the wall and shot her in the head. Her 17-year-old son found her just a few hours later. 36-year-old Kalitha Foley was a woman of many talents.
It's very difficult speaking of her in past tense because it's so recent.
Her cousin Ebony Curry says she was a ball of energy who moved to Atlanta with her son a couple of years ago to pursue her acting career.
She was minding her own business in her bedroom with her son in his room sleeping. It's just not fair because she had so many hopes and dreams.
Those hopes and dreams cut short. Gwinnett County police say her 22-year-old neighbor shot through his wall while handling a gun, shooting Foley in the head. Her 17-year-old son found her hours later.
That image is going to be in his head for the rest of his life. I can't imagine what he's going through.
The suspect's attorney, Jeff Sliz, says his client didn't call police when his gun discharged because he's enlisting in the Navy to be a diver and didn't want to jeopardize that. Instead, he says he walked next door to try and pay for the damages. No one answered the door.
So he left his name and number and said, "I'm sorry if this happens. I'll be glad to pay any and all damage that I caused." Again, not knowing that there was any problems other than physical damage.
He's been charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct.
My client is just decimated by it, but we obviously know we're not as hurt and grieving as the family of the woman. All of our condolences and thoughts and prayers are with them.
Meanwhile, her family, Curry says, has been left to grieve and fundraise to bring the actress and beloved mother back to Houston.
I would never think in a million years that we would be burying her. If you're not trained in having a weapon, just don't do it because a life is lost.
Now, any extra money that will be raised on that fundraising page will go towards an educational fund for her son. Of course, we have a link to that on 11alive.com. As for the neighbor who was charged, he's being held here at the Gwinnett County Jail, and he's being held here with no bond currently.
New tonight, a Gwinnett County man is behind bars after police say his gun went off, striking and killing his next-door neighbor. Good evening, I'm Courtney Bryant.
And I'm Russ Spencer. Thanks for joining us tonight. It happened at an apartment complex in Duluth, and the victim's family says her son made the gruesome discovery. Fox 5's Eric Perry has the heartbreaking story.
Police say the man charged was cleaning his gun when it went off, going through the wall, hitting the woman in the next apartment in the head.
We're shaken by this right now.
An unimaginable tragedy for George Foley as he tries to process his sister's untimely death.
What's getting us through is prayer.
Gwinnett County police say 36-year-old Kalitha Foley was killed after her neighbor, 22-year-old Maxwell Williamson, accidentally fired his gun while cleaning it inside this Duluth apartment Friday, September 25th. Police say the bullet went through the wall, hitting the mother in the head while she was asleep. Her 17-year-old son later found his mother unresponsive and called for help.
He's doing the best he can. That's how he's doing. 1 minute he's okay, the next minute he's not.
It's a difficult journey of healing for this family. The mother and son moved to Metro Atlanta about 2 years ago from Houston, Texas, and was known as the life of the party.
Full of life, fun, always smiling. One thing about Kalitha, she was a go-getter.
As this family works to finalize funeral plans, this brother is having to deal with grief and pain as he continues to process what happened.
You have a gun and you stay in an apartment or wherever you're at, you need to be careful about what you're doing because some lives could be turned upside down, and our lives have been turned upside down.
And Williamson is behind bars without bond, charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct.
Faith is just believing in something that you can't see.
Right.
You know, believing something that's gonna work out even when it don't look like it's gonna work out.